Hello, people. Newbie here. Welcome back again. Episode number. Wait. Okay, now you recognize me, right? Anyway, episode 55. Today we're doing another look back for a couple reasons. Number one reason is because I really haven't done anything in the train room other than still cleaning and a little straightening. And number two, because I want to get these caught up as quick as I can. I've come aware of the fact that there's a number of people that have recently joined in the channel, and this makes it easier for them to catch up as opposed to going back and watching all 55 videos in the past. So for those of you that are new to the channel, if you want to catch up quick, the first look back video, let me see here, I've got the where we are. Actually, I guess 42 was the first one, which basically just started at the beginning. 42 was the first one, and then 46, 48, 50, and 52, 53, and 55. You got all that. Sorry to confuse you, but anyway, so that's where we are today, so we're starting with what we did in video number 31 and going on through 35. Here you go. We've added some color to our Welcome to Newbie sign. On the bank building, it says Newbie National Bank. New addition to the power plant. Haven't installed it yet. You see the wires just laying up there, but I'm gonna go ahead and put that in right there. It'll be on that side of the power plant. I was able to film a cab ride, and it's a little long, but here it is. Enjoy.
See, we get the motorman's point of view, see what we're doing, see where we're going. This is awesome. Cool. I'm glad you're enjoying it. Yeah, I'm not sure who this is. Whose this is? Westinghouse was a common brand of control. I think the North Shores are Westinghouse controllers.
You grab a ray and the brass and polish this up so you can see it. Placing the ties?
Yeah, those are all old ties.
All right, hold your ears.
Have your hand on the brake pedal in case somebody surprises.
Look at this.
Yeah, this is Boot Creek.
We're going over the bridge.
And it goes dry in between rains.
Now back there. Yeah, we live on Tyler Creek, and we had the same thing.
Kishwaukee River was almost dry.
That's what we got on then. That's the train station.
Yeah, I'm going to take you to the west end of the tracks.
Sounds like drop off the bridge.
You want to stay here or you want to sit down? I want to stay here. Okay. This is where the action is. Oh, there's a car. Now let's see what's going to happen. Oh, he went across the road. Oh, wait, oh no. Bad man.
Those are heater grids.
Tire in Reno.
I see the end.
Should be.
It's the end of the train.
Here.
Actually, the cone, the end of the rails is the end of the track. Beyond it, the tires are so badly rotted, we won't go.
Do you think you'll lay more track?
Eventually, we might. Do you see it has one of the tag driveway? We have access.
Isn't he a good driver, Ben? Oh, he's a good engineer. Ask him if we can take a picture.
Of course.
Would you like to stand over there, Ben, next to the engineer?
As you might have guessed, that was not on my layout. Thanks to the Northern Illinois Railway Museum for allowing me to film in the driver's compartment of that interurban. That particular car, I think he said, was manufactured in 1928, if I remember right. Kind of working on this bridge a little bit here by the coming across to the farm, and you see I've got it. I've built up the landing pad on this side. I actually had to increase the length of the bridge. I originally thought that I had just the right length, but it turns out that it was a little short, so I added an extension. You see over on the far side there, I made a little extra onto the bridge. The other thing is I'm working on how to support that. I'm going to have I think probably 4 support pillars under the bridge, one just on the edge of either pair of tracks that go under it, and so still working on how to do that, but I've got some ideas, and we'll get on that soon. So now you see I've got the Ready Kilowatt sign permanently mounted on top of the power plant. I think that looks pretty good up there, and adds a little to the layout. How do you paint something so small? Well, I've got this collection of vehicles that I've started painting. You see I've got 3 police cars, 3 taxi cabs, a couple tow trucks, a couple ambulances, and a couple fire trucks. And I started out by painting them all, just spray painting them white, and now I'm trying to add in the touches that need to be added. For example, you see painting the tires black, painting out the windows and that sort of thing, and I'm just getting started. I mean, there's a lot of painting needs to be done. I want the fire trucks to be red and white, and I still haven't decided exactly what that total is going to look like, and probably put some silver in there for different parts of the fire truck, specifically, where the hose connections are and that sort of thing. But And the tow trucks, I think I'm going to paint those red and white to match that other tow truck that I already have on the layout. Taxi cabs, I think, will be about like they are. And then the police cars, of course, I need to paint out the side windows on those, and red lights. And that should be about it. See if I can find some little bitty emblems to put on the police cars, and you know, all of them. So coming at you a little different today. I was doing another one of my, I've got a window read YouTube channel that's dedicated to short stories, and I was working on one of those today, and I was here in the studio and had it all set up, and so I'm sitting here in the window, and I thought, you know what, I might as well just go ahead and do an episode, an update on our A Model Railroad Newbie channel as well, and so that's why I'm sitting here in the window. But wait a minute. Wouldn't it be more appropriate if I was sitting in front of the layout? There, that's better, don't you think? Yeah, cool. So now you can watch the trains run behind me while I'm talking. Anyway, so this week didn't really have much going on. I've been working on engines and, you know, but other stuff too. But anyway, the bottom line is that really the only significant change this week, I did a little work down around the engine house, put in some, I got ready to put in some of the road bed there, but I'm trying to maximize the length of my program track that's going to come out of, actually it's going to be the foreground track in that engine house area, and so I'm working on trying to maximize that length of that programming track, and trying to arrange the turnouts as you're coming into that yard area to maximize the length of that programming track. So I haven't really got to the final plan of that with that, if you will, but that's what the holdup is right there. I'm still trying to figure out exactly how I want that, and so once I get that figured out, then I go ahead and lay that road bed in and get that engine house area underway. The next part of that, of course, then would be to start doing more scenery along the yard area and around to where that the pond scene is on the far east end of the layout there. Continue on around and get the initial scenery work. And I also I got to figure out what I'm going to do with that mountain side that is on that wall that's on the area where it starts going up the grade. Anyway, so that's to come. Other thing I did, we got something new. We got this little F unit that's running behind me right there somewhere. Anyway, that little F unit is now sound equipped. Little F3A unit has got sound in it, and here in just a few minutes I'll let you hear what that sounds like. The other thing I've been doing is working on that bridge over that drops down to the farm scene, and I've figured out how to do those pillars, I think. Actually, my wife Donna came up with this idea. She said, well, why don't you just use the pillars that you see on wedding cakes? Hey, why not? So I got some, I did some modification on them, and it's good enough. That's exactly what I had in mind, was just a couple of pillars in the middle of that bridge to hold it up. And that's working good. I think they would probably be better in HO scale than in N scale. They're a little big, I think, but I'm sorry, that's the way it's going to be. So that's where we are. Take a look at the video. Had a comment from someone that suggested that maybe just a single pillar would look better for that bridge, and so I thought I'd give it a try, and sure enough, I agree. I think that does look better. So I still haven't mounted it permanently, but I think I'm going to do that. I think that looks better than having the two columns or the two pillars. So that's step number one of what I've decided this week. But like I say, I haven't secured it yet. Okay, here we are at the mountainside, starting up the grade, and I decided to build up the area behind the yard, between the yard and the grade going up. And so I've got some foam and started cutting it and fitting it in there, and also over there along the wall, coming around the corner, I've decided to build that up more. So that basically the grade coming down from the far right there will join higher in that curve right there. So and that'll all come together. And I'm thinking that those green bushes that you see there in the backdrop will probably all be completely covered once I get that completed there. So you see, this scene is really neat. I really like it. And I don't know exactly what I'm going to do in this area next to it, between there and, there needs to be something in there, I think. I'm not really sure what, and then how does this hillside come down and join into that area? I don't know. I don't really have a good handle on what I should do there. It remains to be seen. Anybody got any ideas? Throw something out. I'm open to suggestions in this area here. Okay, here's what I want to show you. I put that little building back at the base of that downhill there. If you let me step over here. You see where this road comes down? I've decided to put this little building back in here again that I had up here, and I'm going to continue this road along here. It's going to come to the station, or the yard house, with a little parking area in here, maybe park a couple cars, and then the road's going to come across there, and somewhere right in here I'm going to have an at-grade crossing. And that at-grade crossing then is going to go into a cut that comes up this side, similar to what I did here. And that cut then will come up to the top of that plateau there, and I've now moved that little casket company up here. So basically, what it amounts to is that the road will cross somewhere in this area here, and there'll be a cut that the road comes gradually uphill up to this casket company. And I'm not sure what else is going to go in this area yet. It may just be trees, foliage, that sort of stuff. I don't know. But that's kind of what I'm thinking right now. Leave this as a plateau with this casket company up here. The other significant change is over here at the horse farm. And you see that, well, let me move the camera again. Okay, if you remember what this was before, there was a large opened area hold on, see if I can get around here. This area here was large open area. The horse farm was sitting back there, and I wasn't real happy with that because it had a tendency to hide the horse farm more than I liked. But the problem with it was the pond was on this side of the horse farm. And so now I've decided to separate the two. I've as you see, I've cut the pond out so that I can move the horse farm closer into the track here. So the horse farm will sit in this general area. I'm not sure exactly about the elevation, but that's where the horse farm will be. And then the pond will be in this area here. And again, I'm just formulating what is going to happen here, but you see, it's actually in two pieces. But the the pond will set something like this, I'm thinking, with the road coming on this side of the pond, between the pond and the tracks. This may actually be down at track level here. I'm not really sure yet. That the pond may be right at track level, and I think that's going to work out better. I especially like this pond area, especially you see this little, I thought it was sand volleyball, but I just noticed that they have rackets in their hands, so maybe it's sand badminton. I don't know, but anyway, that's really neat. So I didn't want to eliminate it completely, but I think it'll work out fine if I just move it so that the horse farm is basically by itself up there, and the pond is down here. Further planning, and now decided how we're going to do this area around the horse farm there. And what I've decided to do was, as you can see, I've moved the lake over to the left of the horse farm, and we put a hillside to the right of the horse farm with a church and a cemetery. I think that's going to look pretty good. There's going to be a road basically running right along the tracks and going up the hill, and it'll probably disappear off the back of the layout right there in front of the church. So that's what I've decided to do. I think it's going to look pretty good. Let me move the camera. Here's a little different angle. You can see the cemetery a little better from here, and the church. And as we zoom out, you can see how that will interact with the horse farm and the pond. Okay, there you have it. That's it for today. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing, and thanks for the comments. I still get just fabulous comments. I really appreciate the comments, but most importantly, I appreciate you watching and subscribing. Thanks to everybody. And, tune in again the next time. We'll see what's going to happen.